Oh, it worked. Hi, guys. Jen Roque here at stampcampwithjen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and welcome to my Facebook Live, only about half an hour late. I apologize. I was having all kinds of issues trying to get everything to connect. I'm not exactly sure what was happening, but it just wasn't working. I tried everything, and finally I just took all the information out of my posts and just tried to live stream. So if you don't see any of my normal links or descriptions, that's why I'll have to go back and put them in later. I guess that must have been Facebook didn't like it for some reason and was not letting me connect. It kept saying I was having internet issues, but the internet's working fine here, so I don't know. All right. Well, hi, Sue. Thanks so much for joining me, and thanks for texting me and making sure I was okay. I really appreciate that. I'm all good. I was just getting annoyed with technology, so I had some chocolate and took a breath and tried again. That's all you can do, right? Oh, well, we have a fun day today. I have some fun things to share with you, and I have a really fun card that we are going to make at Stamp Camp, spoiler alert. So if you're coming to Stamp Camp and you don't want to see what we're making, then just turn your camera off and you can watch the replay later. I'm never late. I know. I try to be very punctual. I don't like to be late, and I like to be on time. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So as you join, please say hello. Let me know, what you're up to, or just say hi to everybody that's watching. Hi, Jessica. Thanks so much for joining, and thanks for sharing my video. And if you guys wouldn't mind sharing with your crafty friends and inviting them to join us, I'd really appreciate it. So if you're new here, I go live every Monday on my Facebook page at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We always make a fun card or a project. Facebook it just wasn't Facebook time, that's right. If you're watching from my YouTube channel and you haven't already, please subscribe and click that bell so you never miss a video. And please leave a comment and let me know what you think of my project. Oh, thanks so much, Jessica. You like my earrings? Yes, I'm very festive. I've got that in plaid. My son said, "Isn't plaid Christmas?" And I said, "No, plaid is fall, and you have fall plaid, Christmas plaid." And he said, "And what, Easter plaid?" I said, "Yeah, that's a thing. You didn't just make that up." I like to be festive, so I only have a couple more weeks that I can wear these, so I try to wear them as much as I can. I was wearing these back in August, and people were like, "Isn't that a bit early?" And I said, "It's never too early for the seasons. I love all that stuff." So if you're watching, or if you're catching this from my blog post and you haven't already, please sign up for my newsletter. I send a weekly newsletter every Friday morning. Usually has lots of promotional information, but the first week of the month I always include a free tutorial that's exclusive just for my newsletter subscribers. And when you subscribe, you get a free tutorial as well. And you can also sign up for my blog posts that are sent to your inbox so that you never miss anything, which is a really great thing. I just had my website updated a few months ago, and when I was on Blogger, that didn't work anymore. So now, since I've had my website updated, you actually get the email sent to your inbox like you're supposed to. Imagine that. Weird. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to get to some fun info. I actually have a sneak peek to share with you today, which is always fun, and then we'll get into our fun card. I've been getting ready for Stamp Camp this week. It's my favorite week of the month. I always look forward to Stamp Camp, and I can't wait to share all the cool projects that I've been making. Hi, Kay. Thanks so much for joining and for sharing my video. I appreciate it. All right, so let's go over a few things here. So I mentioned this last week. I just want to mention it one more time. I did recently update my rewards program for those of you that shop with me. You can earn a $50 shopping spree. All you have to do is, for every $25 in an order, you earn a point, and once you earn 20 points, you get a $50 shopping spree on me. I pay for the shipping, I pay for the tax. You pick anything you want up to $50. You can't go over and pay the difference, just up to $50. So, and your points don't expire. So if it takes you 3 years to earn 20 points, so be it. You just keep track on the little, I have a rewards program tracker. You just keep track of everything. And then once you hit your 20 points, you send me an email, or you can mail me your sheet if you would prefer, and then you write in there what you want to claim, and I order it and have it sent right to you. It's a pretty cool deal. Sometimes I even offer like double rewards points when you place an order too. I do that a few times throughout the year, so be sure to keep an eye on that. And I just felt like this was an easier way to earn your rewards by doing it in $25 increments. I used to do it in $50 increments. So, oh, Roberta. Yes, I was late. I know. I'm sorry. And I also am not sending out free gifts with every order, so this is kind of a way to offset that. But I do want to say, in order to qualify for your points, if your order is under $150, you must use my host code to qualify for those points, okay? So make sure to keep that in mind when you're shopping with me, okay? And I will have my host code in the description for this video if you're watching on Facebook, once I update it after I'm done streaming today. So, all right, guys, this is really sad news. The Witch Hat Builder Punch, which is a fan favorite, obviously, is no longer available. Everybody's ordered it and depleted the inventory that Stampin' Up! Has, and they will not be getting more. So I'm sorry if you missed out on this. They won't be offering it anymore, so maybe you can go online somewhere or ask a friend if they have an extra one. But unfortunately, you will not be able to order this anymore. If you want the coordinating stamp set that goes with it, that is still available as far as I know, the Bewitching stamp set. So you can still get this one, you just can't get the punch, okay? So hopefully you ordered that already. I'm sorry if you didn't. That's the thing with Stampin' Up. A lot of it is limited supply, and the more popular it is, the more likely it is that it will sell out. Okay, so this is the current paper pumpkin kit, the From the North Pole, and as you can see in the little preview here, it's got a little reindeer express delivery stamp included in there, some little snowflake die cuts, and also you'll be able to order these From the North Pole sacks, or they're called North Pole sacks, sorry. They're 4 by 6 inches, and you can order these now, actually, if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. And, oh, your sister punches the hats for you, Roberta. That's smart. So you can get these now. They're $4, and I think 12 come in a pack. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it said. And this is the last month's kit, the Ho 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 kit that makes the cards. This current kit, the North Pole kit, coordinates with the Ho 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 kit, is what they said. So that's what Stampin' Up! Said. So this one makes tags. The one that's being shipped out right now, it just shipped a few days ago to people that subscribe to it. This one made cards, and this one makes tags. And then you can get the North Pole sacks to go with it if you'd like. So this is a little flyer. It says it makes 12 easy to make tags. And the 12 tags, there's 4 each of 3 designs. It includes little mint macaron glitter die cuts, and oh, these are the glitter die cuts, and then the specialty snowflakes right there. It's really hard to see in the camera, isn't it? And then it comes with a cherry cobbler Stampin' Spot. So that's pretty cool. So here's my contact information down here. If you need help subscribing or placing an order, let me know. Feel free to reach out. All right, and then the starter kit plus promotion that's going on right now. If you would like to try being a demonstrator, now is a great time. You can pick up to $155 worth of products and only pay $99 for it. You get free shipping, so you really get an extra $56 in free product. That's pretty great. And you get to pick what you want to put in your starter kit. So one thing I wanted to show you was this fitting florets. You can actually add this to your starter kit right now if that's something that you're interested in doing. And you can try Stampin' Up! No obligation through January 31st if you sign up right now, okay? So I'd be happy to answer any questions. You don't have to be a business demonstrator or have a blog or anything like that. You can just do it as a hobby and for the discount. That's what a lot of people do. And then they end up staying because they love it so much. They love being able to have access, early access to products before anybody else. My team, we do, if you're local, we do fun get-togethers where we have a team luncheon coming up in a couple weeks where we get together at a local restaurant and just kind of catch up with each other and share, stories, have lots of laughs. It's a good time. So I'd be happy to have you as an addition to my team, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. So, like I said, this Fitting Florets collection, you can order this now in your starter kit. If you don't want to try becoming a demonstrator, you can order it beginning November 1st, okay? The bundle is an early release from the January through June 2023 mini catalog. So this bundle right here, and I actually have it, I'll show it to you here in just a second. And then these three here, these swirled gold adhesive back swirls, this framed and festive stamp set, and this paper is all while supplies last. So if this is something that you're really interested in, order these first. You can always get these later. These are going to be available for a while, but these three will not, okay? So as I said, add it to your starter kit today, and I'm always here if you have any questions, okay? But let me show you, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of it right here, okay? I love this font so much. That font is always what draws me to a stamp set. If it has cutesy, swirly font, I'm in love with it. And I really like how it looks like cute handwriting almost, like really neat handwriting. I like that too. So the mix of fonts really drew me to this. So this framed florets dies and the stamp set. There's another die in here, but I have it in my kit for my project. These you can die cut like little leaf pieces on their own. A lot of these dies die cut the stamps in here. And then like this one in particular, this only die cuts all these little hearts. It doesn't die cut the oval in the center, it just die cuts the hearts in that frame. You actually have to take another die cut and die cut a centerpiece out of there. This one does, this one and the other oval that I don't have in here right now. Let me see if I can grab it actually so I can show it to you. Okay. So this is the other oval. It actually makes a shape. I've die cut a bunch of them already, kind of playing around with it. So when you die cut this oval here, it actually makes this little frame and it die cuts the oval center out automatically. So you get two die cuts when you use that die right there. And the same thing with this one. But I don't have that centerpiece. I think I threw it away. But it die cuts the oval out of the middle plus the little frame right there as well. So these two actually cut the centers out, whereas this little heart one only cuts like a little heart. So if you want to die cut this heart, then you would have to put this oval in the center to die cut the middle out there, okay? So that's that. So like I said, this bundle is going to carry over because it's an early release from the January through June mini catalog. Now, the ones that are limited edition and only available while supplies last are this framed and festive stamp set. It's got some great sentiments on here and a lot of that fun swirly handwriting that I love. And then where did my little gems go? I just had them. I knew I was going to do that. Oh, here they are. And then these are the gold adhesive back swirls. And they have like a fun swirl pattern on the top there. Very cute. Okay. And then the paper is really pretty too. I have a feeling this paper is not going to last very long. As you can see, I've been playing with it quite a bit. So you have this really pretty flower part here. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining us. This kind of looks like a cable knit sweater pattern to me. And then this is like the Christmassy piece with that evening evergreen gingham. And then more flowers on the back. Lots of flowers. You know, Stampin' Up, they love their flowers. And then more flowers. Let's see if I can pull this out without making a huge mess. More flowers here. And I think the dies actually cut the paper in here too. I want to say this piece cuts this one maybe. Yeah. Yep. So you can die cut the paper with the dies just like that. Fits on there perfectly. I love when they do that, when they make it so you can use the die cuts on the paper and it coordinates perfectly. It's so cool. And then the back is like a lighter pattern like that. And then this one, this is cool. So this is like holly berries. So you can color the little berries red and make it Christmas paper. And then you've got the little flower pattern on the back there. And see if I can pull this one out. This is kind of Christmassy too. It looks like little holly berries right there, but they're like a polished pink color, I think. And that one's really pretty. I like that one. And then there's this one with even bigger flowers. Blue and greens. And a little leaf pattern on the back here. And I think that's it. That's all the patterns there. So, like I said, if you like this paper, I have a feeling it's going to sell out really quickly. So I would get this as soon as possible. The paper, the gems, and the framed and festive stamp set are only available while supplies last, beginning on November 1st. So if that's something you're interested in, get those as soon as possible, okay? Okay, so now that we went through all that stuff, let's get into our fun little card that we're gonna do. Remember, if you're coming to Stamp Camp and you don't want to be, and you want to be surprised, then don't watch this part. But if you don't care about being surprised and you want to get a sneak peek, then go ahead. So this is a dancing gnome card. And I kind of spilled the beans about how to do this in my Stamp Camp classes last month, so I know some of the girls have already tried it on their own. Sue Stefan is one. She loves gnomes so much and couldn't wait to do it. She already sent me some pictures. And this I thought would be really fun, so I made a fall version. And I actually used the Celebrate is one that I got from that new framed floret stamp set. I thought it was really cool. Looks like I got mustard on my finger. So I used the Celebrate stamp set, or stamp from the framed floret stamp set, excuse me. So we are going to use some fall colors that I like. So I've got crushed curry here and rich razzleberry for our background, for our card base. And then I've already die cut the little gnome pieces, so you guys don't have to watch me struggle with the die cutting machine, because that's no fun, right? All right, so the little hat is actually from the Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper. I just die cut that little pattern. And then the gnome dies, I die cut his little beard in basic white. And then I did his pants in rich razzleberry to match that card base. And then his nose is petal pink, okay? And I'll show you how to put that little guy together in just a second. So actually, yeah, let's put him together. So we're gonna put everything together except for his pants. So we're gonna put his beard, his hat, and his nose together, okay? So I'm gonna grab some liquid glue. I should probably grab my silicone mat, that usually helps. When I have small things that I'm gluing. So a silicone mat is great because if you get a sticky surface, that silicone, you'll be able, when that glue dries, you'll be able to just peel it right off. It looks like Steeler colors. Oh, maybe subconsciously, that's what I did, was I designed a Steelers gnome. I didn't even mean to. It's so funny. Okay, so if you look at this gnome die cut, hopefully you can see it. I know it's kind of hard because it's white, but there's a little section at the top there, and it's kind of like an outline to show you where to put the hat and the little nose. So I'm just gonna put glue all over where the nose and the hat should be. This little section up here. Can you see? Yeah, I should be able to see that. So that little part right at the top there. Oh, my glue is about to go. And then we're gonna put the hat on first, just lining it up with those little indents from the die. And liquid glue is great because it gives you that time to wiggle it around in place. And then we're gonna take our petal pink nose and just line that up again with those little die pieces, that little die divot in there. It just, oops, lines right up. So we have his little head, easy peasy, right? And then the pants we're gonna leave separate, and we'll show you how to put those together in just a second. But first, I want to do some stamping. So you can see we have little sunflowers in our background here. So we're gonna take some crushed curry, and I have this sunflower from the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set. This is an oldie but a goodie. I think this is in the annual catalog still. So I really like sunflowers for fall. I think it's a great fall flower. So I'm just gonna grab my crushed curry pad here. And I had some scrap paper, but I seem to have misplaced it. I'll get my little, I don't like to stamp on something that's not white. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna take our crushed curry here and just ink up that flower, and we're just gonna use the edge, and I'm gonna go around just stamping all around the edges. I want probably about halfway up, and then the next one I just want the leaves like kind of peeking through, and I'm just going to alternate that way. So kind of halfway through the stamp set, that sunflower about halfway up, and then the next one just get those little bit of those petals peeking up there, and alternate that all the way around the card. And I just think it's kind of a cool look that way. And you want to keep them relatively close together when you stamp too. It just gives it that fun, like, clustered background. Looks like you have a bunch of sunflowers all over. All right, so we have our little border all the way around there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our, whoops, I'll try to move that around. So we've got our blackberry, or rich razzleberry card base here. We're gonna fold that down. So some of you guys, you may have seen this technique. I've seen a lot of people use dancing gnomes or dancing witches and make this card. So I wanted to kind of put my own spin on it and get in the dancing witch / gnome trend. I figured Halloween's in 2 weeks, so I wouldn't worry too much about witches. I would just stick with a fall gnome, because I see a lot of Christmas gnomes, but you don't really see a lot of fall gnomes so much. So, all right, so for the black piece here, we're gonna put that on first and kind of angle it towards the right side over here. And I'm just using Stampin' Seal Plus. And I'm just going to angle it edge to edge, and then we're going to do the same thing with the sunflowers, but angle it towards the left hand side over there. just making sure that all of your little corners stay inside the edge of the card so that it'll fit in your envelope when you go to do that later, okay? All right, so I think what I'm gonna do first is I'm actually gonna stamp that Celebrate. Where did I put it? I think it's in my other kit. I had it out earlier. Hold on 1 second. Yep. I'm using it for 2 different projects, so I've got it in my other kit. So again, we're just going to use that Rich Razzleberry, and we're going to take that Celebrate stamp set, or stamp, and I'm just going to ink it up. I'm going to stamp it right at the top there. Perfect. And then we're going to take that and adhere it to a piece of basic black, okay? Oh my goodness. Sometimes the stuff, you just got to roll it up a little bit. It won't really come out there. A lot of people, they struggle with the Stampin' Seal. I know it took me a minute to get used to it. So if you just put your fingers at the bottom here, these little divots in the bottom are where your fingers kind of hold it. And then there's kind of like a little matte section at the top. You use your pointer finger and put it there, and your adhesive will roll up from the bottom. And if you have problems like I did where it's not coming up, all you have to do is use your finger and kind of roll that little roller at the top, and more than likely your adhesive just isn't rolled all the way forward. Some people have said that they've watched videos, and when you stop rolling it, you kind of flick it to the side or you pull it straight up, and that helps keep that adhesive towards the front too. So those are some little tricks that might help you out. Okay, so now to make the, where did I do with it? I just got it. Oh my goodness, here it is. Everything's blending in together. So to make the little mechanism, we are actually going to be using this piece from the candy cane dies. So this piece is actually for you to stick a little candy cane in, you stamp a little message, and you kind of just decorate a candy cane with it. But I guess Stampin' Up! Taught this at a event that they had, I think, for some of the leadership, some of the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator leaders. And they use this little decorative tag, I guess is what you call it, for the candy canes to make the mechanism. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So you take this little mechanism. Let me get this board out of the way because white on white is hard to see. And then this is actually going to make the little swing mechanism. It's going to make 2 of them. So you can have one for this card and one for another card if you want to make more than one. So we're just going to trim these little edges off. Okay, so you have a straight piece, and then you're going to cut it in half. Okay, and like I said, we only need one, so we can put one of them to the side, and I'm actually going to trim probably about a 1/4 inch off. We don't need that whole half. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to cut a little square here. And actually, I don't even know if we need the square for the gnome, because the lady I watched, she did it for the witch's legs, but the witch has 2 separate legs. But for the gnome, actually, I don't even think we need to do that, because the gnome has little pants all in one section. So really you just need to connect it like that. So disregard, you don't need to do that. So let's trim this down a little bit. So yeah, we don't even need to make that little square. It just needs to be cut like that. And then we're gonna adhere the pants to the bottom just like that, okay? So I'm gonna put a little bit of liquid glue at the bottom here. Oh my goodness, my glue is about out. I have more, but I don't want to throw it away if I can still use it. Okay. I'll let that dry for a second. So we have his little pants on here. So to make the little mechanism. So we just need to put this down. So I just want to make sure I have it about where I need it. His little hat's going to go there. We're going to put his pants towards the bottom. And you need a mini Stampin' Dimensional. You can't use a regular one. They are too big. You need the mini one. So we're going to take a mini dimensional and pop it right in the center. I'm going to put it right towards the top of that circle so that I know it's not going to go any further down, and it's going to be positioned exactly where I want it. Now this piece is going to end up going on top of there, but we need to put some more dimensionals on, and we're going to take the back off there and stick it. Now, when you put the dimensionals on here, you have to make sure that you don't put the dimensionals too far down, or this little mechanism will get caught if you do, and it won't swing, okay? So my recommendation is to only put dimensionals on the back of the hat. If you do that, it won't impede the little swinging mechanism. So we're just gonna put them all over where the back of the hat is. And that should work just fine. So I'm just putting 4 of them right on the back there. And I will use my fingers for this part. And then take that one that's already there. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put the little gnome down right on the top there. And let's test it out. His little legs should swing back and forth. Yay, it worked. Isn't that so much fun? Oh, it's so cute. So I thought the celebrate was pretty appropriate because you dance when you're excited and you want to celebrate something, and it doesn't have to be, you know, a fall specific card. It could be for somebody's birthday in the fall, or a wedding in the fall, or just a job promotion, any kind of event that you would celebrate, but it's just fall colors, or as my mom said, Steelers colors. So you could give it to somebody who loves the Steelers. I did not even realize that's what I did. That's so funny. Okay, so now all we need to do is take a little bit of Stampin' Seal again, and we're just going to put a little adhesive. You can use liquid glue if you're comfortable with that. And then we're just going to center this, trying to line the top and the bottom and the sides with the top and bottom and sides of the card. It's kind of psychedelic to look at with all the little angles, so just try to focus on the edge of your card to make sure that you center it the way you want to there. I even have a hard time with it. It takes me a minute to get it right, and it's probably going to be a little crooked, but that's all right. All right, guys. So I really hope that you enjoyed our little dancing gnome card. It's really easy. You could make a ton of these. You can make them for all different kinds of events or holidays, and I just think it was really fun, and I love how simple and quick it is to put together. And I'll tell you his review later. I don't think it's appropriate for Facebook Live. He had something funny to say for sure. He thought it looked silly, but he thought it was kind of weird. But I don't think he's a big gnome guy, so maybe that's why. But I'm surprised he didn't recognize the Steelers colors. Maybe the purple was throwing him off. That's why he didn't really think of it as being Steelers. So, but it's pretty cool. He did like that it was interactive. You know, my husband loves interactive cards, so he thought that was pretty neat that it moved around, and was a little impressed, I guess. All right, guys. Well, those of you that are joining me for Stamp Camp, I hope you're excited to make this card. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I appreciate your patience while I was working through my technical difficulties, and I apologize for being a little bit late today, and thank you so much for joining me anyway. If you need any supplies for this project, please purchase them with me, Jennifer Roque at StampinUp.com. Don't forget to use my host code if your order is under $150 and earn that shopping spree. You want to get that $50 shopping spree. I hope that you will give me a thumbs up or leave me a little heart if you enjoyed this video, either on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. And don't forget to leave me a comment in the description below on Facebook, YouTube, or my blog, and let me know what you think of this project. I love hearing from you guys, okay? All right, guys. Well, next week is the last week of my 12 weeks of fall and Halloween series. I can't believe it. It's already been almost 12 weeks, and then the week after that's Halloween. Can you believe it? It's just flying by. All right, guys. Well, until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.